Let us pray. Almighty God, in your wisdom and godliness has appointed the leaders and county assemblies for the welfare of the society and the just communion of the people. We beseech you, in favor, as your servant whom you have been pleased to call the performance of waters in this republic. Let your blessing descend upon us assembled. Grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come on realization in so just, faithful manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peaceful prosperity and welfare of our county and of those whose interests you have committed to our change. Amen.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Good evening, members. We have a communication that we will have a training starting from tomorrow, Wednesday to Friday, at Wilson Hotel. So that's the communication we are required to be there tomorrow. So it's upon the members to ensure that the information will be today or tomorrow morning for the training. Thank you. Next one.
Messages.
Next one.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next one.
Order number 5, papers.
Next one.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Next one.
Order number 7, statements.
Next one.
Order number 8, motion, stroke bills.
I'm seeing the paper laid in this place. So we have a paper laid. I think the procedure is that when you come to number 5 papers, then we should have that paper. Leader majority, you don't give the house.
We can continue. We can continue.
With your permission.
Yes.
Order.
Motion, order number 8, motion on manner of double allocation of land in Isiolo Township by Honorable Abdunur Dima.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I stand up to move a motion on menace of double allocation of land in Isiolo Township. Mr. Speaker, that aware that Article 61.1 of the Constitution of Kenya states that all land in Kenya belongs to the people of Kenya, collectively, as a nation, as communities, and as individuals. Further aware that Article 64(a) of the Constitution provides that private land consists of registered land held by any person under any freehold tenure. Worried that malpractices conducted by unscrupulous individuals go undetected despite many reforms, such as the digitalization of land records in the Department of Registries. Concerned that several residents of part of Kiwanjani and a section of Checheles B residential settlements in Isiolo Township are on the verge of losing their lands to suspected fraudsters who are taking advantages of illiterate landowners and existing loopholes by acquiring lease at the Lands Ministry headquarters in Nairobi without observing right procedures. Mr. Speaker, therefore, this Assembly urges the County Executive Committee member for roads, public works, lands, physical planning, and urban development to expeditiously start a process of resolving all disputed land ownership cases, those already before court of law and ones that are yet to reach litigation stage, so as to establish genuine ownership of affected lands. Mr. Speaker, this issue of land in Isiolo County is actually a security threat in future.
Order member, I think you're the chair for this land, isn't it?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
And you are accusing the same committee as the chair.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, let's get the second first, then we'll see how we can instruct that. Just sit down and get the second so we can instruct this. Because you know you're the chair.
I second the motion.
Thank you. I still propose the same motion that Article 61, 1 of the Constitution of Kenya states that all land in Kenya belongs to the people of Kenya collectively as a nation, as communities, and as individuals. Further, aware that Article 64A of the Constitution provides that private land consists of registered land held by any person under any freehold tenure. We hold that worried that no practice conducted by the unscrupulous individual to undetected despite many reforms such as the demonstration of land record in the Department of Registries, concerned that several residents of part of Kiwanjani section of HLSB residential settlement in Isiolo Township are on the verge of losing their land to suspected fraudsters who are taking advantage of illiterate landowners and existing loopholes by acquiring lease as the land ministry headquarters in Nairobi without observing right procedures. Therefore, this assembly urges the County Executive Committee member for roads, public works, land physical planning, and urban development to start a process of resolving all disputed land ownership cases, those already before court of law and ones that are yet to reach the litigation stage, so as to establish genuine ownership of affected land. Mover, you see, it is an advisable that when you have a motion like this and you are the chair of the committee, first of all, if you have a complaint from an individual or how you get this motion, first of all, you have to do your own investigation before you come to make it a motion. So because you have already become as a motion, and you are still the mover of the motion, and the responsibility of the motion is that you are the one to follow up the motion, I think you're in a position just argue your points and then you will still bring motion back to you. Continue. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We are actually in process of learning.
I know, that's why I've said so.
But the major concern that everywhere we go within this town, because you are the leader today chosen by the people, you are stopped on the road, getting complaints of double locations. Some people are being encroached onto. So there is a big threat of conflicts within the Isiolo, particularly within the Isiolo Centro. In my ward, Kina has now a big population. The same is that we are experiencing a conflict between the neighbors and some people buying land even when they are in Nairobi without visiting the area. just while they are seated in their office. They go to Nairobi office, they acquire land, papers, and now they come and ask for removal of the same without following the procedure. So the biggest concern here is that, first of all, we acquire the land even without planning being in place. Secondly, the physical planning is not done. So the future is actually very bad for this county. That is why we find that this bill is, this motion is very important, that the members have to. I think each of us, nobody has either got grievances from members of public or even themselves, us here, must have been the victim. Myself, I'm a victim in Mwangaza 20 years ago. There is no change from the time of county council up to now. Actually, you'll find a plot is being claimed by more than 2 people. This is going to be dangerous. More so when the population of this town is growing. So it is very important that we get acquainted with exactly what the land office is doing. And I also wonder whether we have got enough manpower actually to be able to address this problem in the area of fiscal planning. Now that we have a municipal here, we are talking of a resort city in future. So this has become a concern, and I think every member here is affected. I request this motion to be members to contribute, and we look at the amicable solution towards this before it is too late, Mr. Speaker. Thank you so much.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika kwa kutupa hii nafasi kusaidia hii hoja. Kama vile umesikia Mheshimiwa Amanda akisema ya kina, hii hoja ni muhimu sana kuletwa kwa mbunge ili tuweze kujadiliana na tuweze kuangalia ni njia gani tutasaidia mwananchi yule ako kwa sinda ya kunyang'anywa ploti yake na njia isiyo nzuri. Ili tutaambia watu ya ofisi ya land na hii yetu ya county ya secretary, tutawaambia watafute committee ya kusimamia hii maneno ya dispute ya maplot, kwa sababu unajua hapa town plot moja iko na watu 1, 2, karibu 3, 4 na inakuwa na njia hiyo huyo amesema. Lakini kuna kitu ametaja hapa ambaye hiyo haiko kwa hiyo maneno. Hiyo unasema Mwangaza hiyo ni kitu tulimaliza 2013. Mwangaza ni area ballot, Seselesi ni area ballot, na tulisema na ngava na yule alikuwa wale watu ya ballot tutawatafutia area.
You don't give the answer. You just contribute your motion.
Unajua naongea hivi kwa sababu huyu ameongea mambo hiyo.
Contribute your motion. Don't try to give the answer.
Yes.
That's not the direction we take.
Kwa hivyo sasa ofisi ilisema itatatua hiyo maneno na wataimaliza, na watu wote ni watu wa Isiolo, hakuna yule atatupwa nje. Kila mtu huwa ya ballot au wengine yote tutatua maneno yote iwe sawa.
Are you coming to contribute the motion? You are defending the issue of the motion.
Mimi nimesimama hapa kuunga hiyo hoja mkono.
Thank you. Sit down. You see, when we have a motion like this, whether you have an answer to the motion, nobody will ever ask you to answer that question or that motion. So let us try to strictly work on the motion that it is. If you know that we have a way of resolving that problem, you know to solve. I think you can say that let me take that initiative to go and work on this. Because if you do that, then the motion will lose the meaning. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I also hook up to support the motion. The land issue is a very sensitive issue because next to without human is one of the basic need of human being is shelter, and when we go for shelter we have to have land where we place our shelter. So it's one of the basic need of human being to have a portion of land where you stay with your family, and also to do some investment. I know being in the other government also, the land issue has been a very critical issue, and the issue of double allocation existed, and it was not resolved. And I think it's the high time that we find out solution to this problem. And that is the way Mheshimiwa Kiambi said, we get an ad hoc committee who will look into this matter and follow up and bring their solution to the House. I think that is the only way out for this issue of land, because I know not only even the Checheles, the Mwangasa, and the Kiwanjani, but the problem is all over, whereby unknown people make their title deeds and they come claim land, and those innocent poor people, they have nothing to do, they move out and they are being drawn away from their land. So this, as this Isiolo is now a growing town, most of the people are interested in investing into Isiolo town, and this way now you will find a lot of this such problem existing. So that is one of the option that I'm proposing, that we identify the ad hoc committee to follow up the issue. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sir, I support the motion. For one, Isiolo is poorly planned. And because of that poor planning, very few people even have ownership of land. And that's why you find so many people being allocated one piece of plot. And I was suggesting, because we don't want this problem to recur now and then, even those towns that are mushrooming in our suburbs, let's say like Garbatura, Bariti, or Donyero, we need to do a lot of planning and good planning so that we can escape the problem that this town is facing. We need to see even beyond the way we look at things. Because for sure, like a place where I come from, that is Burapesa Ward, the planning, we can't say there was any planning, because if you look properly, you will find that even having amenities like schools were not planned for. Hospitals, polytechnics, schools, name it, is not there. So I advise this house, we should look for like another 200 years, the people who will come after us, our great-great-grandchildren. I pray to it that they will have a good place that their forefathers, who it is us to plan for them. You know, Isiolo has become attractive not only for people who are in Isiolo, even the diaspora want a piece of Isiolo. And it's better for us. We also want investors to come to Isiolo, good investors, so that we can also create jobs. But we have, how are we trying to solve this problem of double allocation? So, I ask this House to take this motion seriously and to plan even for the future, even in town. And with those many words, Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to sit down.
For the mover, you still have 1 minute to summarize your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Actually, this problem has been of double location has been inherited from the county council time, and there has been a delay in addressing this problem. And you see, once the problem is being, when problem takes too long to be solved, it is going to bring a lot of conflict, and the lack of proper documentation for ownership of the land contributes also towards poverty. And people take advantage of those illiterate members of the community. Those are indigenous people normally who are most affected. It is our responsibility to safeguard the interest of the people of this county. This matter is urgent because the population of Isiolo is going to build very soon to even 5 times than what it is now. It is good we promote the good neighborhood. It is said in Quran, it is said in Bible that we must have and respect good neighbors. So it is the responsibility of this house to be able to engage the relevant sectors and the ministries up to the national level. There is a big gap in our county that we are being told any time that we are following up the issue. The road, including this big road now which is under construction, the interest of this county and the people of this county has not been taken into consideration. Lack of public participation in exactly asking the community what they want, how they want to go about their livelihood, the planning of the town. There is no public participation. So everybody is just left on their own and mushrooming within this town, building anything that they want, any type of structure. And more so, the double allocation problem is soon going to bring a lot of insecurity. I urge this house to take this matter very seriously, and I thank actually for those who've contributed, and even those who have not contributed, I'm sure they have agreed with these prevailing problems in the double allocation and the lack of proper documentation of the land within this county. I thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Member, for summarizing your motion. Well, in the motion we are what we call the other committee proposed by the member from Chirab. The other committee have its own specification, so we sit down and think about it because it is not in this motion. So when you come up with it, it will be good for us to know about it. One for the committee, which is now the same committee, the land committee and the land committee motion. I think we don't have an implementation committee. We have an implementation committee to follow up this. So instead of the land committee to follow, so we have the implementation committee. Maybe I'll ask the clerk which committee follow that. The implementation committee, following which committee? Mix of what? Yeah, I'm sorry that I'm being advised that the implementation committee was scrapped. It was in section 2 of the standing orders, but it's scrapped. So now the norms of now it is the committee to come up with their own way of implementing the motion that they bring in, because we used to leave the implementation committee to follow up the motion and make sure that it is implemented. So now, as the mover and the chair of the same committee, I think it is now you to see how you can work with your committee to ensure that you get the answer to this. Also, you get what the same minister that you refer, the mechanism that is putting in place to ensure that this is being resolved. So I believe that's why I was thinking that if someone bring a motion of the land, the committee of land will make sure that this is implemented. Now you will still do the same thing. We'll come with a motion and then follow that motion to be implemented. Chairman, are you with that?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
So you agree with me?
Yes, I agree with you.
Thank you. Thank you. So let me put a question. That you are aware that Article 61, 1 of the Constitution of Kenya states that all land in Kenya belong to the people of Kenya collectively, as a nation, as communities, as individuals. Further aware that Article 64A of the Constitution provides that private land consists of registered land held by any person under any freehold tenure. Warning that malpractice conducted by unscrupulous individuals go undetected despite many reforms such as the registration of land record in the Department of Registry. Concerned that several residents of Kiwanjani and a section of Chechelezi B residential settlement in Isiolo Township are on the verge of losing their land to suspected fraudsters who are taking advantage of illiterate landowners and existing loophole by acquiring lease at the land ministry headquarters in Nairobi without observing right procedures. Therefore, this assembly urges the county executive committee member for road, public work, land, physical planning and urban development to start a process of resolving all disputed land ownership cases. It was already before the court and the ones that are yet to reach the pension state, so as to establish genuine ownership of land. As men of that opinion say aye. Aye. Contrary say nay. Aye, survey. Order. We have a pending number 5. So you look at number 5, we have pending. So I request the leader of majority to go back to number 5. So the number 5 read papers. So you table the papers.
County Public Service Board annual report for the year 2021.
Thank you. I think now we have papers laid, and that is County Public Service Board annual report for the year 2021. That report is now the County Assembly's property, and we need to give the committee responsible for that is Committee for Education, Alishan. I don't know, we have the chair. Who is the chair? So your committee will take the report and read that report. You get your time, go through the report, and then you give the finding of this house. So if you are the one to bring the report back again in the house, your own report, you get that report, you consider your own report, then you report this house. The house have not read the report. It is just a paper laid, and then the report belongs to the CAT committee. So it is you to sit down with your committee, go through it, page by page, make your recommendation if then, get your findings, and then report back to the house. It is a timeline that we shall treat you. Thank you. Next order, clerk.
Motion on adjournment by leader of majority.
Pursuant to the provisions of Standing Orders number 32 of Standing Orders of Isiolo County Assembly, this assembly adjourned today, 8 November 2022 to 15 November 2022 to give members ample time to be trained on legislative procedures.
I stand to second the motion.
I propose, as it the provision of standing orders, two of the standing order of the Isiolo County Assembly, this assembly adjourned today, 8th November 2022 to 15th November 2022, give members ample time to retrain legislative procedures. It's your motion. You must give the reason why.
As you are all aware, we are going for training starting from tomorrow up to Saturday at Western Hotels. We'll be trained on the issues of budget and the legislative procedures. So that is the reason why we are joining the house.
So if you are contented with that, I'll give I put a question. But before I put a question, there's something I have noted. Like we don't have to discuss anything in the courts. Huh? So I think as per the chair, the land chair, I've seen something that we should not include on this. Anything in the court, the house assembly, the assembly will never discuss. So just get the other issues, but don't find what is in court. In terms of land.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
I'm saying in land, in the assembly, we don't discuss anything in courts. That's why the court will never, that's why the police will never arrest you in this house. So we have the same respect that we don't discuss anything in court.
Or anything, any matter which is in court,
Yes.
we don't discuss it here.
No.
Okay.
You don't even investigate.
This is why we need to go for training.
Yes, you don't have to investigate also. So when you go there, don't try to ask a file for court. Just ask them what is pending. Or these issues are pending in the office of the
Point taken.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I put a question, pursuant to the provision of standing order 32 of the standing orders of the Isiolo County Assembly. This assembly adjourned today, 8 November 2022 to 15 November 2022 to give members ample time to train on legislative procedure. As men of that opinion say aye. Aye. Other opinion say nay. Aye, sir. Next order, clerk.
That's all for today.
So members, this house remain adjourned until the written date at 15 November 2022. Thank you.